So this is my Eriba 310 familia from 1992. Decided to do a restoration on it to get it up to a decent standard again. Noticed it late last year that it had rust underneath it, and it needed to be sorted out underneath. So I've now stripped it out, as you can see in my previous video that I've done on this restoration. And if I just take you around now and show you what the inside looks and why it needs its restoration. So if I drop it down to here now, you can see that all along the front of here that it's very holy. And coming round and into there, you can see that it's actually not connected to the bottom bar now, very much at all. You can put your finger in there and you can feel all the rust coming down. Taking it round the front here, you can see if I put my finger in there that it's pretty much completely rusted through. Around the front isn't great, but it's not in quite as bad as condition, excuse me for a shaky camera, as there's nothing to stand on and I'm getting caught up on everything. So you come round over this side, the front corner here, there is damp on the woodwork, but I think it's where I had a flood, spilt a water bottle a couple of years ago, so there's a watermark from that, but nothing more. I don't think. The floor actually looks in pretty good nick. However, the metalwork this has been fixed and botched, I think, in the past. There's a weld there, and this bar isn't straight, and then it comes up to this corner here, which is a bit of a concern because it's actually got a decent sized hole in there on that bottom strut, and it comes across to this. This actually isn't connected to the bottom at all, and it isn't all the way along that side, so there's nothing connecting it along that side there. Bringing it back, this side here, this piece was welded on previous to me owning a caravan, and it's not in great shape, as you can see. It's I think it was done with everything still on, and not done very well. Probably held at the time. It's held for the last 7 years, I suppose, but it's not in great shape. This was a botch up by somebody that before I had it. It's the only piece of metal that isn't rusty in it. It's gone across there, held it into there, because they've actually broken the plastic wheel arch and then they've basically siliconed it back in. It's actually held the water from stopping it getting on the floor. The floor's okay, but since I've loosened it up, it's fallen off like that. So, but it seems to be okay. This is not attached at all there. My finger can go right in there, as you can see, coming round. This is all rotten. I'm going to take off the legs and get those cleaned up, and then come on round. The back bar isn't great, but while I'm replacing the rest of it, I will do. I'm going to replace the bar all the way around the outside of the caravan, and put that into place. Coming on round, that's not too bad along that side. Around the back there, this just seems to be a little bit of sort of scratchy rust. I hope at the moment, once I give it a good wire brush down, hopefully that will come back out to some decent metal. I think it should do. Coming along here, you can see that there's my finger in there, so there's next to nothing holding that at all around there, and back to the wheel arch again. So hopefully over the coming weekends, I should be able to get this all cleaned and tidied up, and put back into place a bit. So my next job is I'm going to board halfway up, just so that I don't get welding spots on the wood above. It's partly one of two things. so I don't get any burn marks on the walls around that. There's no point in me taking the windows out. I know that they were done just before I had it, and nothing leaks, so I don't really want to be taking apart something that doesn't leak, and is in pretty good condition above this point, so there's no point. So yeah, I'm going to put a board in across the top. So I know it's going to be harder for me to get underneath to repair it, but it's going to stop burn marks getting on the walls. It's also going to leave me a shelf that I can actually store all the polystyrene and the wall panelling from below, as I'm a bit stuck on the storage. So hopefully that'll sort of like serve two purposes. So yeah, hopefully I can start to get this cleaned up and sorted out and back to square one, ready to go again in the summer. Yeah, thank you, and hopefully it'll be a project that you'll follow. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.